What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Wham, and we're going to begin going through their next album, 1984, Make It Big. I should mention there is one bonus tune, and it's the single mix of one of the tracks on the first album. We'll come back and go through that eventually, and in the moment I'm forgetting which track it is, but shout out to Hand Solo, who has shared the Wham material, as well as Nigel, who shared the George Michael discography. So yeah, Make It Big, the second album, it feels like one of those, not breaking the fourth wall, but sort of self-referential things where, you know, my understanding is that the first album was well received, and so now you're going to make an album that's going to follow that up. And, you know, famously, I think sometimes sophomore albums or second albums are seen as, you know, they don't always turn out the way people want, because maybe if they try to change anything, fans are expecting more of what they heard on the first album. So again, it's a second album seems a tricky thing. So it seems a bold and daring title for the album to call it Make It Big. Either way, it's 1 year after their first album, and the opening tune, make sure I have this right, is it really? It's the one. Okay, so yeah, it's Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, which would have been one of maybe 2 or 3 Wham songs that I was aware of going into this deep dive. It's definitely one that I've heard not just when I was younger, but I've definitely heard it, you know, over the years, certainly, you know, at least a couple times in, let's say, the last decade. So I probably haven't heard it for a few years, but it's one that over the years since it was released, I have heard now and again. I'm trying to remember if the deep voice vocal actually says Jitterbug. Am I remembering that right? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I remember it has kind of a bit of an old-timey feel, even if it has sort of that soulful vibe that I came to know through both the Wham album and the first George Michael album. And as I did with those two albums, I'll do a George Michael reaction in this same batch, so we'll keep them going in tandem. Once again, shout out to both Han Solo and to Nigel. But yeah, let's hear it. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. A song that, you know, speaks to the idea that people are often, not always, but often seeking a connection with another person beyond the immediate physical and visceral, which is certainly part of it. But again, for most folks, knowing that there's an emotional, a genuinely personal, you know, one-to-one psychological connection beyond just the strictly physical is something which, you know, provides a feeling of worth or of, you know, value, that they're being respected and appreciated for not just their, let's say, physical attributes, but their whole person. So I feel like the simple phrase "wake me up before you go," without the extra go necessarily, is indicative of someone who is keen to be with someone more than just, you know, like in a hot moment. So let's listen. This is Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, from their 1984 album Make It Big. Jitterbug. 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 You got the boom boom into my heart. You set my soul sky high when your loving starts. Jitterbug into my brain. Goes to bang 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 till my feet do the same. But something's bugging me, something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. You left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but I should have been with you instead. Wake me up before you go go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go go. I don't wanna miss it when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go go. 'Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go go. Take me dancing tonight. I wanna hit that high. Yeah, yeah. You put the gray skies out of my way. You make the sunshine brighter than Doris Day. Turn the bright spark into a flame. My beats per minute never been the same. 'Cause you're my lady, I'm your fool. The reference the vocal agility. Come on, baby, let's not fight. We'll go dancing, everything will be alright. Wake me up before you go go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up fucking.
Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. I don't wanna miss it when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go. 'Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. Wake me up before you go. Don't you care to let me hang on like a yo-yo. Take me dancing. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, 'cause I'm not planning on going solo. Boom, 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 boom. Take me dancing tonight.
Just holding that like silver tone effortlessly. Yeah, it's again, as always happens with these things, tunes that I do know to some degree going into them. You sit and you listen in this context, and you do catch nuances that maybe you just never picked up on, or even if you heard them, it didn't really make sense within a larger body of work. So. Yeah, it sounded even better than I remembered. Again, it did have that oldie-timey sort of feel, kind of like a 60s music atmosphere, but there's elements of funk. You got the brass and sort of the bass at different points getting really funky. You've got his falsetto voice. You've got just the vocal pizzazz of this performance overall. And yeah, like the lyrics, they're what I was thinking, though they're less about the moment, like suggested by the title, and more about the overall picture of their. And I'm back. But yeah, I was just saying, I enjoy the blending of the funk element with the oldie-timey 60s type of vibe. I love George Michael's whole performance, like vocally, especially those falsetto moments. And yeah, lyrically, it just has this slight vulnerability, being worried about maybe someone's not into this as much as you are, but he keeps saying things like, well, hey, we'll go dancing, we'll figure it out, and we'll be back in a better place, and it'll be fun again in the bedroom, and don't leave in the morning without saying something. Don't have me feeling like a yo-yo where I feel like I'm close to you, but then suddenly you leave without saying anything, and it feels like the distance is much farther again. So I like the types of expressions used. So again, it feels like there's a bit of worry like in the center of it all, but it still feels like the overall attitude is very enthusiastic and positive in terms of what is on offer with the situation with this other person. And I did enjoy the little tidbit I didn't remember, which essentially is like, baby, it's cold outside. It's like, it's really cold out there, but it's warm here in bed, and they could go dancing, everyone else could go to the club, but why don't we just stay in tomorrow night? So yeah, I enjoy the playfulness of the lyrics. So yeah, makes perfect sense to me that this was a big hit. I definitely remember hearing it when I was young. So yeah, big shout out to Wham. Big shout out once again to Hand Solo, and as I said, to Nigel for sharing the George Michael material, which I will be back with in this session. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.